What's going on, everybody? I don't know if y'all watched my last video when I was speaking all this real rap when it comes to dating, and I was, speaking my mind. I just felt like I wanted to do a part two because I felt like I didn't even finish saying everything I had to say. You know what I'm saying? There was a couple more things I wanted to mention. But let me just say this, though. You know what I mean? Like I said in the last video, I said some of it might be a little bit delicate, things like that. But I just want to bring more enlightenment and awareness. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, dating, I feel like, especially in today's society, man, is such an issue. Too many broken homes, too many heartbroken people and hurt people and all this stuff. You know, like they say, hurt people hurt people. But it's time for healing. You know what I'm saying? So I hope somebody can listen to what I say and maybe might learn a thing or two. But I just want ladies, to understand a couple things. You know what I'm saying? Like, gotta understand, a lot of women they be like, oh, guys are dogs and guys are this and guys are that. Why can't men appreciate a good woman? But what y'all need to understand is at the end of the day, a man only acts according to what women respond to. So if you're saying that, oh, why ain't there any good men out there? How come these men treat women like shit, this, that? The reality of it is the reason why a lot of niggas do that is because at the end of the day, whether you women accept it or not, whether you admit it or not, that's what a lot of y'all want. You know what I'm saying? Y'all say y'all want a good man to treat you right, but once you find that good man that treats you right, you don't know what to do with it. You know, and again, it's not y'all fault because again, we don't teach men to be good men. So what you're surrounded by is a bunch of knuckleheads that don't know how to treat women right, and that's all you know how to respond to. And then later in life, if you find a decent person, you might just be like, what the fuck is this? You know, and you might curve them, friend zone them, shit on them, whatever. But again, the problem is there's too much back and forth where women are saying men are this and men are saying don't treat these women right, they're just gonna shit on you. But again, if, like I said the last time, if we start teaching men to treat women right, women would have no choice but to appreciate men that are treating them right because all they would know is how to be treated right. Okay. And another thing a lot of women, yeah, don't understand. Like a lot of times I see posts, women talk about, oh, I gave you my heart, this, that, oh, you broke my heart, I loved you, and this, that. Understand a couple things, man. Let me give y'all a quick example. Let's say me and a couple of the fellas, right? We about to go to the club, you know what I mean? Dressing fly, you know what I mean? Hit up, let's say five of my niggas. Oh, let's go to this spot, whatever, going downtown Boston. There's not a single dude out there that says, yo, man, yo, what's going on, bro? Yo, I'm trying to go out to the club tonight, man. Yo, I might find love tonight. I'm looking for Mrs. Right. Dudes don't act that way. Dudes don't think that way. So you might have met a dude at the club. Maybe it's not the best example, but I'm just going to use the club. You might have met a man at the club, gave him your number, you know what I'm saying, got to know him, this, that, whatever, and the third, end up in a relationship with him. He's just going with the flow, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, he wasn't looking for a relationship. He was just trying to bag bitches. Because that's what we're taught. That's what society teaches us as what's acceptable. So niggas don't go to the club looking for love. And that, I feel like that's one thing that honestly, that's a mentality that needs to change. Like I don't care what anyone has to say. You could laugh at me, whatever you want to say, but fellas, we got to start like having like better intentions. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like if there's like an event, a birthday party, a pool party or something, you're going to an event, we got to start switching up that mindset. And so, especially when you start getting to an older age, I'm 31, you know what I'm saying? Like you get to another older age, if you go into a function, it's okay to be like, man, I'm ready to settle down, man. I'm looking for Mrs. Right. But all we told, yo, there's gonna be mad bitches, yo, it's gonna be mad bitches, my nigga, yo, that's you, yo, get that. You know what I'm saying? It's like when we doing that, what we not understanding is we're being hypocrite. Because all my fellas out there, if you have a daughter, two daughters, however many daughters, we sit there and we teach our daughters, oh, men are dogs, men are this. We want to protect our daughters. We want to defend our daughters. You see all these prom pictures. A father, he's with his daughter and her date, and he got a shotgun next to in his hand. You know what I mean? Oh, you better not try anything. But why are we protecting our daughters from? We're basically protecting our daughters from ourselves. That doesn't even make any sense. Why don't we start changing who we are so that we don't have to get so worried about our daughters getting hurt? And ladies, you're not off the hook. The same thing goes with ladies. You know what I'm saying? Like, if your son gets his heart broken and he gets hurt or a woman did him dirty or whatever, and a girl in his class, he's gonna be hurt and sad, and you're gonna say all types of mess about, oh, she ain't shit, she's this, she's that. But some of y'all need to look at yourselves. Ask yourselves, if you didn't let a good man walk away, if you didn't pass up on a good man because you was too worried about some knucklehead or being stuck on some nigga that ain't give a shit about you. So before you quick to sit there and attack another young lady because of what she did to your son or your cousin or your nephew or your brother or whoever, ask yourself if you've ever done the same thing too. You know what I'm saying? We got to start changing these mindsets. Like, and what we got to understand is, just because, again, this what I'm about to say is pretty basic, it's pretty simple. Attractiveness doesn't mean good intentions. Like, you can't just sit there and be like, oh, she's attractive or he's attractive. So you like, I feel like too many people, we base relationships on attraction. I understand attraction is like initial, you know what I'm saying? But don't make that everything. Like, too many, I see all this, oh, light skinned men are this, light skinned men are soft, and dark skinned men are like, that's the stupidest. I swear to God, yo, people of color, all my black and Latinos out there, enough with this dumb nonsense about light skin this and dark skin. All this team light skin, team dark skin, that's childish. Leave that for little 8-year-olds. Ain't no grown ass fucking man, grown ass fucking woman should be talking about this dumb nonsense about team light skin, team dark skin. You can't control what your skin color you was born with. Your parents made you. Your parents made you. Be happy the way God made you, first of all, most importantly. You know what I'm saying? But your DNA makeup of what your skin color is has nothing to do with your personality or anything like that. I seen something on Facebook, this man pouring his heart out because of this woman that did him dirty, and I see a bunch of people talking about, oh, only light-skinned niggas would cry like that. No, a man that's truly in love is gonna cry. So women appreciate, if you had the power to make a man cry, they know that man loves you, and it has nothing to do with him being light-skinned, nothing to do with him being dark-skinned. We need to start understanding that, okay? And not only that, like, what I've failed to understand in 31 years of life, a lot of these women, again, I want people to understand, I'm not trying to bash people. I'm not trying to talk shit. I'm not trying to say I'm better than anybody. All I'm trying to do, I'm trying to enlighten people. I'm trying to bring awareness. I'm trying to bring attention to things. I'm trying to help others. That's what I'm about. But I see too many times, I see a woman, I know female friends that have been through that. You deal with the wrong man. You deal with some knucklehead. And now he leaves you with your kids or whatever. So now you're raising your sons or your daughters by yourself, and you're upset. And you calling him everything in the book, but you wanted him for the wrong reasons. Just because he's a bad boy, he's a thug, he's a G, he's this, he's that, that doesn't make him a good father. What does that have to do with being a father? Stop making men that aren't ready to be fathers just because you was sexually attracted to him. You feel me? It doesn't take that long to make a child, but it takes a lot to raise one. So before you go make a child with any old knucklehead just because he got a Benz or some bullshit or he got tattoos, make sure he's actually ready to be a father. Stop making men fathers that aren't ready and willing to be fathers. Just because he's a bad boy, that doesn't mean he's going to raise your son to be a man. Being a bad boy has nothing to be a man. Because now what that causes, again, remember, the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. So now, now your son, again, I wouldn't want that for anybody, but again, what if your son grows up to be around the wrong people? You know what I'm saying? It's because he doesn't have that fatherly figure. We need to start doing that. Men, start taking care of your goddamn kids, man. We need to start being men, start stepping up, especially us black and Hispanic men. A lot of us, we got some work to do. You know what I'm saying? And the other problem is, a lot of these women, y'all have all these false expectations because, oh, you dealt with the wrong man. He broke your heart. Now he ain't shit. He's this, he's that. But you painted all these pictures in your head, all these fantasies in your head of something that you was expecting, and just because it didn't come into fruition, now it's you against the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta start planning. Think about it. When you go to CVS or Walgreens or something, and you trying to buy some condoms, then the planned parenting section. It's always the planned section, because we got to start planning these type of things. We got to start planning a family instead of just making families just for the sake of it, just to be cool, just to brag with all your friends about your kid and their Jordans or whatever the case is. And we just doing that. We're doing it for the wrong reason. A lot of us dudes, we sitting there getting these women pregnant just to keep them around, just to have them stick around, because we know, oh, they don't want to, they don't want to break up a home, so they want to stick around, so they're going to try to make things work, and then we're just going to keep treating them like shit because we know they ain't going anywhere. That's no way to think, man. We can't just be bringing kids into the world for the wrong reasons, just to have some woman be hooked on you, a woman that you don't even want to be with, don't even love. You know what I'm saying? We got to start doing better. All right. So Another thing, you know what I mean? Like a lot of times women they'll date a man because they're ready to date. They're tired of being single. They're tired of being alone. The next man that boom, that hits them up on their inbox or whatever the case is. Okay, I'm just gonna give him a chance. The first choice isn't always the best choice. You know what I'm saying? So it's okay. It's okay to wait. It's okay to be patient. Good things come with patience. You know what I'm saying? Good things come with time. Like you don't have to rush it. Everybody has their own, everybody has their own timetable. You know what I'm saying? Some people get married at 18, some people at 28, some people at 38. It's okay. We got to stop pressuring people. And another thing with dating, man, I feel like we're making it more complicated than it has to be, man. Like, I mean, it's not like if I go to, I don't know, Burger King and I make a new friend, we just hit it off, we just cool. Oh man, this my homie right now. Like, oh, this is my new best friend. We're not sitting there thinking, man, how do I? You don't plot and plan on how to establish a friendship or how to make a friendship last. If there's that chemistry, there's that bond, there's that bond. And I feel like that's what we're missing, that element with dating. Because if people, if we dated people that we connected with, people that we were, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be friends first. You gotta get to know the person. But now we just make it this damn tactic, like we're in war, in some battle or some shit. And now we make it a cat and mouse trap game and all this strategic planning. But we're forgetting the essence of 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 really getting to know somebody. Because again, I don't have to sit there and think, how am I gonna be friends with this person? So it shouldn't have to be that difficult to really date, man. Like, I feel like we're really making it more than it has to be, because again, we're dating so many people, and it leaves an impact. It leaves a lasting impression on our future dating experiences, because this woman did this to me, and the next woman did that, and that woman did this, and now I'm blaming the next woman for what the last woman did, and now I'm punishing her, and everything she says is going to remind me of the last person. I'm going to react accordingly, and we're going back and forth, and we're doing that too much. And it's like, at the end of the day, ladies, I want you to understand one thing. If I was let's say a basketball player, baseball player, something, the team that wants to win that championship the most is going to win. The team that playing with the most emotions. So it's the same thing that goes with dating. Like, a lot of y'all meet a man, you say, oh, he's too soft, he's too emotional, he's trying too hard, he's thirsty. But it's because he wants you that bad. He values you. He wants to be with you. And he's doing everything he can to be with you. But a lot of y'all rather be with a man that doesn't pay you any mind. And then when you get into a relationship with him, you wonder why he doesn't pay you any mind. That's how he got in a relationship with you, because he didn't pay you any mind. That's not going to change. You know what I'm saying? And understand that the reality is, unfortunately, a lot of y'all women, y'all understand, like, y'all think you in love with a man, you think you have a future with him, but a lot of times, like, you only think you're in love with him because he manipulated your mind to thinking you're in love with him. He just said all the right words. He just tricked you into believing it. Because think about it. You look at any dating book, any website, whatever, they're going to say manipulation, manipulation, manipulation. They're saying that half the time. Because that's all it is. That's all it is nowadays. It's just how we going to trick some woman into doing what we want them to do, into getting what we want out of it. Because we're too selfish as a society. But again, like I said in the last video, you're blocking the next person. And another thing too, just because someone is a good person, that doesn't mean they're good for you. Like, I think we shy away from that. You know, a lot of times, like, oh yeah, you should give her a chance, she's a good woman, or vice versa. Yeah, he's a good man, but that doesn't mean they're the right fit for you. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just looking at some notes, so that's why I keep looking over here. So another thing I failed to mention. Okay, uh, first of all, women, y'all need to stop competing. Y'all always competing against each other, because you see one dude, he gets all the women. Now y'all want to sit there and outshine them and outdo them and all that. That's nonsense. All right. But the last thing I want to say is, I don't want to make anyone uncomfortable or saying the wrong thing. But let me give you a quick analogy. Let's say I'm in downtown Boston, right? I see a nice young lady. Again, I'm not trying to play the race card or anything like that. But let's say I see a nice, beautiful young lady, a Caucasian lady, attractive. Because I've been there before, and I know a lot of guys that look like me probably been there before. You know what I'm saying? I could be in a nice little affluent area, and she's looking at me nervous, and she's clutching her purse, and oh, he's just a thug. He's just some aggressive black man. Oh no. And she's nervous, and she's this and she's that because maybe she just doesn't date guys that look like me, so she's just not comfortable. But you don't even know what my intentions are. But then you meet the next blonde hair, blue eyed, good old well-to-do white guy, and you give him a chance, but you don't even know that maybe in the back of his mind, he's probably going to rape you and kill you and toss you into the Charles River. I'm not saying it's okay, and I'm not condoning it. But the point I'm trying to get across is before we sit there and worry too much about attraction and things like that, what's more important is intention. Get to know what's in that person's mind. Get to know what they're trying to do, what they're trying to accomplish. Because that shallow mindedness or that stereotypical mentality could be the difference between a long lasting marriage and relationship and being dead. And again, I don't wish that on anybody. But all I'm saying is that's just, I know it's probably a harsh example, but understand that, that it makes a difference. You know what I'm saying? It makes a difference. Just knowing what someone is about, knowing what they're trying to do, knowing what's on their mind, knowing what they're capable of, knowing what their background is, knowing what the history is, all of that. It's important, especially in this crazy ass world in today's society. You know what I mean? It just gets worse and worse. And I think we don't do that enough. We date people, but we don't think about what we're trying to do in the future. We don't look into the future. We just rush into relationships, get with any old person just based off of just basic, bland, unnecessary, unimportant values, and we don't look at the bigger picture. So again, if anybody has any problem with anything what I said, let me know. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know. But like I said, I'm just trying to help people. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, if you know me, you know this is what I do amongst many other things. But like I said, look out for my brother's book, Secrets of the Guy Code. I have a book coming out next year called Saved by the Love Doctor. So be on the lookout for that. And I just hope everyone have a blessed day.